Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Libby. I created this channel to share my learnings and things I enjoy in hopes to inspire others and build a high vibrational community. Inspire at least one person, I hope. So I'm traveling. It's kind of weird to hold a microphone on a bed, but I'm making do with what I have. And I want to share a couple of things. Number one is, the influence that we can have on each other. One of my coworkers is retiring, and we just had this retirement party. And what I heard as a theme throughout the message and with my own experience is he met everyone where they were at. So whether you're a project coordinator or a VP, he could relate to every person, and he could help us visualize where we wanted to go, what our goals are. And what I love is that we've all connected so deeply, even though we're all virtual. And it just shows what a big impact you can have no matter the circumstances. And it was really cool to see how someone treats others at every level with so much respect. And that's exactly the kind of leader that I want to be and kind of person that I want to be. I want to meet everyone where they're at, whether they're a 2-year-old or a 90-year-old, just really connect with them and really relate to people. And I just look at the positive impact that you can have on someone in such a short time if you find a way to relate to them and make them feel less alone and heard, and visualize what's next for them. And just doing those little things can help so much. Another thing I want to talk about is integrity. So integrity is standing on values and carrying out those values regardless of the outcome. So a couple videos ago, I was a little bit shook on my values. There was someone that came into my life. I didn't know if they were shaking me awake to get out of my programming or if they were truly shaking my peace. And I see now that it was completely shaking my peace. But it was a really good reminder to get really rooted on exactly what my values are and exactly how I want to act towards people when they don't align with my values, because I want to just spread love to everyone. And I know that if someone tries to hurt me or has what I deem as unpure intentions towards me, it's a reflection of their trauma. And I want to have more sympathy for them than I do anger at why they might treat me a certain way. And I believe that sharing it here helped me hold myself accountable to where I want to be. And so that's why this next situation happened that I want to share. And I'm not sharing this to blast anyone. I just want to share a snapshot of integrity and then also acting and reacting with love. So I met someone that was amazing. We had 3 awesome dates. We could both really see a future that we could build on. We agreed on a lot of things that we want, and it was just really easy to connect. And I really felt myself right off the bat. I could just be my whole self. I felt understood. And what happened was I ended up realizing that we hadn't talked about his divorce. And I was on a run and I was like, I wonder if he's actually divorced. And I let him know. I said, hey, and I was talking about different things on an audio message to him. And I said, hey, I'm going to poke holes in this now because it seems a little too good to be true. Are you actually divorced? And it was in the middle of both of our work days. And he responded right away and he was like, actually, I'm not. Like, I've been working on this divorce for a while. Kids are involved and all this and that. There were valid reasons, but it comes back to integrity. He omitted a piece of information to deter an outcome. Because if he would have told me on the first date, I'm still married, I would have not have engaged in a romantic relationship with him. I would have said, why are you on a dating site when you haven't cleaned everything up? And I can see people want connection We all want connection. I desire for someone to have their life cleaned up before I engage with them. And when he told me, I was at peace because I was so aligned in my values and just saying, this isn't for me right now. I can forgive in the future, but right now, I can't stand by someone hoping to romantically connect with them while they're going through a divorce. That's just not where I'm at. Especially when there's a chance they could get back together, and I wouldn't want to stand there and be in the way, especially with kids involved. I never would want to be this person that breaks up a family. And I would kind of always question, did you rush this so that we could be together? And I would feel really bad about that, almost like causing a divorce. And so we talked about it, and we said, at the time I said, we're both at work. Let's talk about this after work. And we did a FaceTime video. And I look back at several weeks ago, a month ago, when I just blocked that other person, and how I could have gone that same route, but I came with love, and I came with wanting to understand this person fully. And he just said, I didn't want to tell you because I didn't know the right time to tell you. And so what happens with that is, on a new relationship, when you omit that kind of information, it is a lie, because that sturdy foundation that you're building is technically then built on these little puny rocks that make it really easy to tumble. And then you build up higher. So each date we went on, we're building higher. And so the higher it goes, the harder it crumbles and the more it hurts. So had we gone down the line, I started wondering, when would he have told me? After our kids are all intertwined, and after I'm in love, after we're really intimate, that started to little bit bug me. And I just had to let that go, because I will never know when he was going to tell me. I just know that the longer it went on, the more it would hurt. And especially because we talked about, we both want to be people that the other person can come to and fully express themselves and share, hey, this is, this relationship is going this way and I want it to go this way, and just to be that open, safe space for each other. And so just being a person full of integrity takes so much work and so much bravery. And I don't have any bad feelings towards him for doing what he did. I think we were both in the right space to really learn from each other and to really apply our learnings. And, that's what kind of all of this is. And this is the kind of behavior that I want to show my son. He's not a bad person for what he did. He's learning. And I was patiently able to show him, what would have been ideal for me, and what integrity really, really looks like when we put it to practice. And I'm not saying by any means that I'm perfect. I don't strive for perfection. I just want to learn from each situation and, be as loving as I can. So I hope that this touches your heart in some way. Maybe you can show more love for people, and be more patient with people as they can tend to disappoint us. And I don't even look at this as a disappointment. I just know that, hey, it just didn't align. Brain, stomach, heart, it wasn't aligned. So I can peacefully just say, not for me right now. And now that I've really looked at whoever I'm with, I want it to be really long term, and maybe the next 40 years of my life. And so I have really slowed it down, just being patient that, I don't need to rush into anything. And I really like my life and what I have going with, my family and my son and everything, and my volunteering and work, that I don't need to really pressure that love piece right now. So, I also want to share, I listened to Amanda Seales and Big Sean in an interview today, and I just really like their perspectives and their conversation. And Big Sean was sharing, what a joy it is to be a parent, and, how to, what he thought it would be compared to what it is. And I'm really aligned with him in a lot of views. Like every time I hear him speak about things, I know we read a lot of similar books, or a lot of the same books, um, and we're both really down to earth. And I just think about, what he said about raising kids and just not saying, oh, they can't do this and they can't do this, but just honoring that sweet soul, and just exposing, like my son, I just expose him to new things all the time and just see what he likes, and new foods, new videos, new karate, new music, and just see what works and what doesn't, and just see where his interests lie. And then Big Sean, as he always does with amazing puns, he said, my son is the center of my world, and my world revolves around him, just like the planet. So I thought that was really cool. So that's all I got for today. I'm sending you a great big hug. I hope something resonated, and I hope to see you soon.